2018 Ford GT, in the dreams of maybe every car guy on earth, but it's a reality for this car guy right here. Fred, how you doing?
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, of course. Tell me about the car.
This car traces its roots back to 1966, when Ford came out with the GT40, which was designed specifically to race at Le Mans and designed specifically to beat Ferrari. Roll the clock 50 years forward, 2016, Ford's developing another race car to race at Le Mans, and guess what? It wins. I've been a car guy my entire life. And as an 8-year-old kid, I had one of these, but it was one of those little ones that raced around the track. And now I have, a real one that I could drive on the street.
Tell me a little bit about that. I know that these cars, there was an application process, that you couldn't just go into a dealership and just buy one of these, right?
In order to get one of these, you have to be approved by Ford.
This car is a lot to take in.
The car was built to achieve a win at Le Mans. Okay, it was built with aerodynamics. It was built with achieving the highest amount of horsepower with the least amount of weight and the least amount of drag. Mm-hmm. The body and the tub is all carbon fiber, very lightweight and very strong. The engine is a 6-cylinder twin turbo, rated at 647 horsepower, delivering 550 foot-pounds of torque. You put that into a car that weighs just about 3,000 pounds. It has a top speed of 216 miles per hour.
And it also has that great mode where the car drops down for when you're on the track, right?
There are 5 driving modes. One mode that drops the car down 50 millimeters called track mode. It tightens up the suspension, and it's meant just to be driven on the track. Just a blast to drive. One of the things that I think most people get really, really surprised about is the way the air flows through and around the car.
Okay.
On the 2 sides here, you see these grills. On one side is an oil cooler. The other side is what you call an intercooler, which is used to cool the fluids that go through the turbo. And the air comes up through here, and it comes out through the taillight. Again, it's to achieve, the most efficient aerodynamics. When I look at this, I see an airplane. The car comes to a point towards the end. It's a cockpit of a plane.
It does look like it's moving fast when it's standing still.
It does, yes it does.
Can we go for a ride?
Love to.
When you take a car designed for the track out onto regular roads, you're kind of hating life most of the time, but this really feels well behaved.
It's very drivable. It behaves really well on the street. One of the things that you'll notice is there's not a lot of sound deadening. You'll hear a lot of things going on and off, which is kind of cool.
Wow. Whoa. What'd you say, 550 pounds of torque?
550 pounds torque.
So we found a great twisty road here. Let's enjoy it a little. Oh yeah. Woo. Obviously, it attracts a lot of attention wherever you go. One of the things that I thought was really special is that you don't put velvet ropes up around this car.
I remember many people who I would go up to who had really nice cars, who I would, as a little kid, I'd go up to them and say, "Can I have a ride?" And they'd take me for a ride. Could I sit in your car? They'd allow me to sit in the car. And that stayed with me, and I'll never forget those people.
A lot of people talk about cars as investments. I personally don't think a car should ever be considered an investment. It's something that you have to enjoy.
To me, I buy cars that I like. I buy cars that I'm willing to drive. But if I ever do sell and there's a financial gain there, great. But that's not what this is about. I'm in love.